Okay, so I've spent my free time over the past few days playing through one of the early Switch classics that I just never got around to playing somehow. So in the year of our Lord 2024, I played through Super Mario Odyssey for the first time. And it's interesting because there are three Mario games that I would consider to be like the great classic Mario trilogy. And that's Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy 1. Though those three to me are like peak Mario. And honestly, like I'm tempted to say Odyssey gets added and it becomes like a quadrilogy for me. I have some issues with this game, but overall, it was incredibly fun, incredibly unique, memorable worlds, and I just had such a good time with it. And it really is something I could see myself coming back to and wanting to collect more. There's clearly a huge post game that just opened up for me that I might try exploring. I ended up, and the ending is like really cool, reminiscent of Super Mario 64. I like that a lot. Um, there are some issues I have with this game, and a lot of it comes down to the visuals. Um, there are a lot of creatures and worlds in which like aesthetics really clash with the Mario aesthetic, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say. Wow, look how liminal. Damn. Anyway, where like the humans walking around in New Donk City or the dinosaur or other stuff like that, it just really looks bad. And I know it's like the joke and what they're going for is that clash, but like it reminds me of almost like a Sonic game, if you will. And that's something like I thought about this game a lot, especially down to the music during like the final segment where spoilers, you control Bowser and go through. It's like it felt like a really good Sonic game, which is interesting. Um, yeah, I like the creativity of what it did in terms of like being able to essentially warg into different types of beings and classic Mario characters and new like types of enemies, and being able to use different abilities for that and solve puzzles that way. It's really cool. I do like the idea of having like a surplus of moons that you can get in like not any order. And that's something I'll get to is that it's a fake open world game, but like a surplus of moons that you can get like instead of having to go into a star and get that star for that mission, you can just sort of like go around and explore and get moons, and it creates almost like this like faux open world kind of thing where you're like, oh, you're in this world, let's run around. Open world in terms of containment of the level itself, and like it's fake because there is an order to things, and there is, like for the most part, except like sort of end of levels, you kind of get a little bit free reign, but there is an order of things. There are bosses, things like that. So it's like a fake open world. I've heard Bowser's Fury, which is that mini game that comes with Mario 3D World on Switch. I never played it. I heard that goes more into the open world than this does, but this was definitely a prototype for that I could sense that they were trying to do. Um, yeah, but also to say, like, other than those issues that I had where, like, oh, and also the issue is that, like, sometimes the checkpoints are very unfair and unforgiving, and it will, like, set you back 10 minutes in a checkpoint, like, or 10 minutes of gameplay when you do, like, one little mess up. And sometimes you repeat that mess up because I'm bad at video games, and you end up playing for, like, an hour doing one little segment. And that was really annoying. It didn't happen often, but when it happened, it was just very frustrating. Oh man, I'm choking. Oh man, choking on my own word. Anyway, I'm tearing up here, man. Choking on my own spit. That's how I'm gonna go. Anyway, overall, I really love this game. I could see myself coming back to it like I do with Sunshine, 64 and Galaxy. I would say, like, I feel confident after talking through it on this video that I could say it's like a good quadrilogy. Like, I could say that I could see it lumping in with this. It has like cool new mechanics. It tries out some overworld things that I hope the next Mario game will get into more. And it's really it's interesting because this was like a 2017 game, right? And somehow I'm just getting around to it now as if it's a new game. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a fun time.